Welcome in, everybody! After a patient 20 minutes, thank you all so very much for sticking through the delay and listening to my random rambles. We are going to go ahead and get into our second of our 3 best of 5s. On the left-hand side is going to be RabidRaccoons. On the right side will be RossPierrDoll. We have the map pick coming up from RabidRaccoons, as RossPierrDoll won the coin flip, opting for first pick. Towers of Doom banned away by RabidRaccoons, RossPierrDoll banning out Sky Temple, and the first map, of course, Battlefield of Eternity, chosen by RabidRaccoons, as we have a Cho ban. Womp womp. All I'll say is Lindsey Graham needs a swift kick to the nuts. Or maybe a close-handed slap to the face, if you know what I mean. We got our Choke Chromie banned, looking at a Hogger Muradin. For those that are new to this stream for the tournament, we are in the playoffs. This is lower bracket, so it's elimination. It is do or die, and the big thing to mention is this is standard. Here's the Storm. No tournament shenanigans, no hero bans, no carryover bans, no meta madness, just 90 heroes available. Great action to unfold as we get a first pick, Tyrael. First pick Tyrael for RossPierrDoll. Alright, so the big thing to mention with RabidRaccoons is they have Disciple, who's an extremely good Orphea. Now, it's not like, oh, he doesn't get Orphea, he loses the game. No, it's not that. But if he does get Orphea, then it's I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed win either, but it's definitely the win rate is a lot higher when he does have that when he does have the Orphea in the mix. But it's a Tyrael to start. Sergeant Hammer's been paired into Tyrael a little bit as well.
Tremble before me.
I think this is a hyper carry composition where Tyrael is the utility to buff up the allies. Swift Retribution, I think, is the level 7 direction, and I would assume that this is actually going to be a Vala, Greymane, Raynor, something like that. Possibly even Lunara, some sort of auto attacker to be buffed by Tyrael. And then I actually think they go into a third, or I guess technically their first, Bruiser into like an Imperious or something. Like Imperious Diablo with an auto attack sustain damage Lucio, then Tyrael for the solo lane, or even like swap the Tyrael and Imperious around. I really do think can be strong. So this is an exciting draft out the gate from RabidRaccoons. From RossPierrDoll. This is going to throw me off because they're both R names. But RabidRaccoons on the left-hand side, they're going to start out with their Chen and Li Ming. They banned out the Vala in the mid-ban phase, and we do have your Ana removed by RossPierrDoll with their Tyrael, Lucio, Diablo. It's a very interesting start for them, for sure. Just Kalavoth. I don't know what to expect with this Tyrael. I don't know if it's going to be in the 4-man for some buffs, or if it's going to be literally a solo lane Tyrael. Definitely get the ping over to Lazy Hydra. Indeed. Malfurion, Li Ming, Chen. Okay, I believe Scorch played a lot of Malfurion in previous matches as well for RabidRaccoons, so this is also a comfort pick for them. We'll see what the flex last pick is going to be. But as I said, I mean, they're going to go Hanzo with the Imperious. Yeah, there's that Imperious I was talking about. I do like this a ton. I think there's the Orphea as well. So you have Double Mage versus Hypercarry Hanzo. See, the only thing is I don't know if the Tyrael is solo lane or if it is in the 4-man, because I really like the Imperious in the 4-man to be able to get a Celestial Charge off of Diablo pressure. But Imperious into Chen is really nice as well, because Imperious can put so much pressure onto Chen whenever he drinks. Either way, get your gambles in. Put your channel points where your beliefs are or where your Heroes of Storm knowledge is at. Let's make these gambles nice and chonky as we get into map number 1 of our second best of 5 of the day. And thanks again, everyone, for waiting for the slight delay between the first and second best of 5s. I really appreciate everyone hanging out, chatting, listening to me ramble. Thank you very much, everybody. Alright, we're booted on up and loaded on into Battlefield of Eternity map number 1, as it's Mac, Diablo, Lovencall, Imperious, Itrax, Tyrael, Barlor is your Lucio, and Bronick playing the Hanzo. The left side of the map, moving on in. It's RabidRaccoons with Tank on Li Ming. We got Ubi with your Chen, Hopaka Varian, Scorched Malfurion, and Disciple on that Orphea. Let's see what our first engagement will be, as it looks like there's going to be some maneuvering into the middle of the map. Ancestral Strength for the Orphea, Freshest Ingredients, Aetherwalker, Emerald Dreams. We've got a Soul Shield, Burn the Impure, which leads me to believe this will be solo lane Imperious rather than with the 4-man. Though I do see Tyrael already in the top lane up against that Li Ming. Celestial Charge missing. Magic Missiles thrown back. It is going to be your salvation for the Tyrael. Redemption Hanzo. Overpower on the Varian. And I believe it's a Celerando Lucio is the one I did miss there. But, alright. We got a 2-3 setup from both teams. Chen Li Ming top. Tyrael Imperious top. And the other 6 in bottom lane. I do expect Li Ming. Are you serious? I was not anticipating an Orphea to get taken down that quickly, but it is going to be first blood picked up by RossPierrDoll in the bottom lane up against the Disciple. Are you serious? I'm literally watching minimap too. Li Ming will be taken down in the top lane, so traded double kill early on, picked up for RossPierrDoll. Misread there, but that's okay. We got a little sound wave from Lucio. Scatters coming out from Hanzo, as I mentioned, is Redemption. Trying to get those stacks onto Disciple or off of Disciple. It is Imperious in the 4-man with a solo lane. Tyrael in the top. Hanzo goes down to the Orphea. Varian sets up a kill for Varian gets the kill into Imperious. Orphea gets the kill into Diablo. The downshift, the 20-minute break threw me off of my stride. I gotta get back into my casting momentum. I apologize. Alrighty. Diablo respawning 3-2 in kills. It is 5 kills 2 minutes in. As Li Ming looks for an angle on top. Arcane Orb's thrown in, but only catching into the minion wave. Itrax is able to get the Eldrune's Might thrown to the side. Backs away safely. We will see our Bruiser camp on the left side started. Right side, not just yet. I think there's going to be a check onto this camp from Imperious and Tyrael, though. Solarian Flare thrown in. Molten Armor activated. Ming blinks over the wall. Celestial Charge onto the Chen. And he will be taken down. Level 4 for your Tyrael will be that Reciprocate. There's that Salvard Armor on the Imperious as well. Diablo is going to pick up his Sacrificial Soul. Nice Celestial Charge over the wall. Baits the charge from Varian. I think he didn't even take a tower shot. Diablo managing bottom lane camp. Right side is picked up. 13 to go on your objective timer. Double camp pushing up in top. As the music goes quiet in game. Orphea poking on to Diablo, trying to push things up onto the gate in bottom lane. I believe had a small Inspire onto the minion wave. Diablo Fire Stomp through all of that as well. And our first objective phase is going to be announced, ready to go, and contestable. And we'll see what ends up happening here. First one is scripted in both phasing, north and south, and then into east and west race potential sides. 3-3 in those. Okay, a Root finds Tyrael. The Eldrune's Might gets thrown, but doesn't get the teleport activation. And that'll be like 2 seconds off the death timer. Li Ming is going to be traded by Hanzo. And now we get into race on the right, but it is RabidRaccoons stepping up into RossPierrDoll, trying to interrupt. There's a taunt into an Immortal Stun, into the Malfurion Root as well. Tyrael about to come back in, but Mac is so very low. Moonfire is not going to be enough. Orphea chasing in the Lions. Fang sets up the kill for Orphea. Meanwhile, though, there should be enough poke damage to take down this Immortal. They take down Lucio. Tyrael gets the Immortal, but a massive amount of kills. 4 minutes in, 10 total kills in map number 1 of this second best of 5. Hey, we got odds on the gamble. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it very much. And it is going to be Purge Evil for the Tyrael. No swift retribution for... I mean, it's just a Hanzo, so it makes sense. So each enemy hero hit by smite increases hero basic attack damage by 6% for 4 seconds as Imperius does go down. Overpower from Diablo. And Immortal gets 1 tower off the gate, and it looks like a second gets taken down. So they lose gate in bottom lane. Maybe an auto attack too onto the fort as well. Hanzo still working on redemption. Did lose some stackage, I believe, from the earlier death, right? He got taken down. Yeah, Hanzo did get taken down, so he lost, I believe it's 3 baseline stacks. Indeed it is. Top lane, little traded blows, but in bottom lane, Matt gets rooted. Celestial Charge lands into Varian, a chomp from Orphea with the backbiter. As Varian does go down, Disciple is now trying to back away with a Shadow Waltz. But yeah, there was that level 4 backbiter for the Orphea for that chomp dash back immediately. Bottom camp to be grabbed. We'll see Tyrael rotating down. Never mind, just kidding, he's not going to. Hearth out from Scorch to get full mana. Li Ming chilling in the bush, looking for maybe an angle and Arcane Orb into the incoming minion wave, but a Sonic Arrow scouts her, and Tank will blink back away from any Diablo potential pressure. Level 10's coming through, so let's cycle through the other numbers. We'll see Varian's level 10 when things do pop back up, or we'll just see if he charges every 4 seconds. Diablo's full on souls as of right now. Orphea gets a Shadow Waltz and dashes back. Varian trying to wrap around for a flank. Imperius does see this. There's a charge taunt into Diablo with a root as well. Celestial Charge interrupting things. Here comes Chen as well. The elusive brawler was active as he backs away. And our next Immortal phase should be announced pretty soon for contest. Lucio heals up a little bit. Bronek is still going to Hearth out for full everything. And a left side camp to be started. Right side up in 10 seconds. They'll have 7 or so to burn down that Immortal, but with a Hanzo, Imperius, Lucio, they should be able to make quick work of this. Varian wants to maybe... Nah, he's just going to be rotating up into top lane to help out the Orphea push up onto the gate. Eternal Feast, Wandering Keg, Wave of Force. It also is going to be your Tranquility from Malfurion. This right side camp has still not been finished out. Diablo does have his reduced soul consumption as he's going to be taunted by Varian. Immortals are going to be in defensive positions. Blue on the left, red on the right. Tyrael jumps in. The Dragon's Arrow fired from Hanzo lands onto 2. There's going to be an Apocalypse and Eternal Feast as well. Now Furion the one to go down. Wrath of Angiers pulls Varian into the sky. Li Ming trying to fish for a reset. Barler's eating some of the incoming damage. That's going to be reset for Li Ming. And she'll find another one into Lucio. The Wandering Keg pushing Tyrael to the side, but he has the Eldrune's Might thrown and is able to back away. Imperius misses the Celestial Charge. The Immortal Spin zones the enemy's back. Tank so very low on that Li Ming, needs to back away. Disciple as well. Shadow Waltz does hit 49 HP as Tyrael wants to chase in Varian, trying to create some space, but he may get taken down in this disengage. As Chen, it's a Varian Warbringers. He just charged over to his ally Chen. Fallen Shaman in bottom lane, pushing onto the fort. Fallen Shaman in top lane, still working on the gate as Chen will make quick work of that. Diablo trying to create space for Hanzo to get some auto attack damage and scatters in. Li Ming blinks forward, Wave of Force charge. Is there a taunt available? They won't use it. They actually do use it onto this Diablo. He just came back. Will he be taken down? Orphea wants the kill, and they do find it. That's a reset for Li Ming, and now Lofco's pushed back by a Wave of Force. Lofco so very low. 1 auto needed, 8 HP! And the Imperius lives. Disciple wants the kill, but is zoned by tower shots. Hanzo taken down by a Chen and Li Ming. And Love Call Imperius does not fall. But Li Ming starts working on the first half of the Immortal with magic missiles, arcane orbs, and such. Judgment, Celestial Charge, weirdly interrupted or something. I have no idea what just happened on that one. Wrath of Angiers met by an immediate taunt from Varian. Orphea gets the credit for the kill. The first half of the Immortal phase is here. Here comes Diablo with the Shadow Charge initiation. 46 souls for him. As Varian uses Chen once again as a charge target. The Immortals have swapped sides, and now they are on race potential sides. Chen drinks up a bit of brew, and we'll get into full race between the two teams. But this should be second Immortal phase over the left-hand side of RabidRaccoons and map number 1 of this best of 5. Few hearts out for mana and HP. Immortal moves into top. 13 talents here, almost here on the left side as well. A quick scatter into the wave to try and clear out a couple minions and pull in a little experience safely. But here's a 50% shielded Immortal. decent damage. 13 talent tier advantage as well on the left-hand side. A level lead has formed. Charge, taunt onto Diablo. Root comes out. Eternal Feast from the Orphea gets a couple ticks. And it will expire. Immortal moves into melee mode. Orphea with the invasive miasma, level 13. That little AoE around her, but she's going to dash in. Celestial Charge misses. The Wave of Force from Li Ming interrupting that. A taunt onto this Diablo as Orphea chases in with a Shadow Waltz. Mac is looking to back away. Arcane Orbs connecting. Scatters from Hanzo to try and zone. Soul Shield gets activated by Diablo. Some splash from Arcane Orbs of Li Ming do get a little bit of damage into him and the gate. Orphea finishes out her Mind Devourer level 7, and this will be called to disengage coming out from RabidRaccoons. 20 kills, just over 10 minutes in game time is not a bad one here, as it is that Warbringer with Juggernaut combination, 13 and 10 for Varian. Imperius, we're looking for an angle for maybe a Celestial Charge. 13 just about here. Li Ming chunks onto Hanzo, 192 HP, but now Imperius is going to try and... Sorry, Tyrael's trying to back away. Different Angel, different Diablo character. Orphea grabs the bottom lane camp during all of this. Diablo angling for a flank. RossPierrDoll looking for something in this engagement. Enough to share for Chen. Bottom lane wave push up onto the fort. Orphea pokes out. Dragon's Arrow lands on a Chen. The Wandering Keg immediately activated to mitigate incoming CC. The Eternal Feast from Orphea does come through. Lucia with a high five on Diablo. The Eternal Feast finds a decent amount of damage. Flying kick in, and Orphea gets credit for another kill. Wave of Force from Li Ming trying to poke onto Bronek. There's the Wrath of Angiers onto this Orphea, but she does not care. Chomps onto the Tyrael. The root comes down from Malfurion. Itrax now trying to back away, taunted by the Variant. Orphea stepping up in the high side of the lane. Shadow waltzing here and there. There's going to be no kill over the wall into Bronek. We do have Tyrael going down. Celestial Charge from Imperius will be a reset for Li Ming. She blinks over the wall, the Wave of Force, and she blinks back over. Tank on this Li Ming is just bonkers good. Taylor Camp sieging into Keep Gate. We have the Keep Gate of top lane already taken down, and the third Immortal phase is here, ready to go. A few death timers are about to conclude, and I think RabidRaccoons were fishing for maybe one more kill to get a delayed death timer, but no, they'll back off. Li Ming is already reset for full mana and everything, and she'll start working on Immortal Race for the allies. All right.
It is time for a change.
So the first half did go over to the left side of RabidRaccoons, and we will see north and south positioning. It's a 10-kill difference, 24 kills in total, and it's looking like this third Immortal will go over the left-hand side. No taunt from Varian onto Tyrael. I think he was trying to bait, potentially. Might have had now Druid's Might thrown to safety. And this can also be that Sword of Justice for the double teleport, but yeah, very, very hardy Immortal going into bottom. Full shield ahead. 1,548 damage. This may be a game-winning push for RabidRaccoons. Trying to go for a little speed run here to make up for the delay on the start of this map number 1, but that is going to be Judgment, Apocalypse, Wandering Keg, all of these tools utilized, but no one's going down. Itrax able to jump to the side of Celestial Charge coming through from Love Call. The body blocks from Li Ming into Imperius as he gets a Wrath of Angiers into the Varian. Dragon's Arrow lands right afterwards into a few enemies. Enough to share from Chen to help out. The Celestial Charge lands onto Malfurion as well. The Immortal is still working on Keep. We currently have Li Ming putting pressure onto Diablo on the north side. Actually, that's Orphea. Misread the model. Shadow Waltz, Orphea, and that's a really good Eternal Feast to zone. Hanzo uses Natural Agility over the wall, the flying kick in from Chen. Diablo just got full souls, and that might not have been too bad for him, as he's back, ready to defend, as the Immortal still has a little bit of shielding available. Core is assailed by the Immortal and a few members of RabidRaccoons. RossPierrDoll Mac misses the Shadow Charge into the wall. That might have been fatal. But the healing from Lucio and the movement speed helps out. Lovencall being displaced by a Wandering Keg immediately and will be taken down. Pushes onto Lucio as well. Tyrael trying to assist in the allies disengage, but Orphea chases them down. Itrax will be picked off as well. Hanzo Diablo to defend as the Immortal has the auto attacks needed to nearly take down the core. Will need some assistance from the allies around as the Immortal goes down. So does the core. GG, well played. 14 minutes, 30 seconds. Map number 1. A bit of a speed run from RabidRaccoons. A very quick map number 1 for RabidRaccoons, who are frothing at the mouth. Brutal? Oh, it's just a casual 14 kill difference. Unfortunately. I was 2 seconds too early. Let's get into it, though. Dragonshire will be your map number 2 of this second best of 5. The left-hand side still continues to be RabidRaccoons, as the right side continues to be RossPierrDoll. This is going to be the first pick priority from RossPierrDoll, and RabidRaccoons will be choosing to take us to this Dragonshire map. So, first pick, first ban as well. It's going to be removal of the Hogger. Okay. So no Hogger available for map number 2. Really good map for him, realistically, with those camps and mobility and a lot of bouncing terrain between mid to bottom and top to mid. Muradin target banned. Chromie. Oh, will they not ban the Cho? Nope. Oh my god, dude. I just like one Cho'Gall in this tournament, maybe? One Cho'Gall? Can I get one? Just one. I don't think there was one while I was gone. I feel like someone would have pinged me. I didn't watch any of the games while I was in Michigan. I was playing there was one day when I was in Michigan where we played Elden Ring, the board game, for like 10 hours. And it was so much fun. It was such a good time. We had discussed other games. We literally played like a total of like 15 hours of Elden Ring, the board game. It's so much fun. And it was just me and my buddy. It was just the two of us. It's a very PvE thing. So you're actually working together. Junkrat will be the first pick for RossPierrDoll. Sylvanas with Blaze. That's a really nice 1-2 punch. Sylvanas siege potential is extremely high. Mobility is nice. Blaze jet propulsion, collision course, bunker, sort of cleanse, if you will, is really good in all of this. Junkrat. Are they going to look for maybe like a Stitches comp? That could work out really well with the Junkrat early on. Stitches, like you could pick up Stitches later. We could go like Anduin and something. Oh. Okay, it's going to be Garrosh. I was thinking you could go Anduin and maybe your Bruiser, since you know the Blaze is the Bruiser on the other enemy side. And then you can pick up like Stitches and a Flex at the end. I am curious, though, to see if anyone's going to be prioritizing Zagara. This is one of the few maps where we do see her picked up quite a bit to control bottom lane. I could see Sylvanas being a bit of a jungler, to use other MOBA terms, and then you could have Zagara just chilling in bottom lane, and Sylvanas can rotate through mid, bottom, and top and assist those lanes as necessary. Heck, you could even do Zagara in the solo lane. I have seen that as well, but I feel like I've seen a lot of Zagara bottom lane as the Orphea does get target banned in map number 2. Last weekend, it took a little bit for Orphea to get banned. It was like 2 maps in a series, and then she started getting target banned pretty consistently. Last 2 picks on the side for the members of RossPierrDoll. They've got a Junkrat, Garrosh, Anduin. They need a solo lane into the Blaze. Dahaka's up, which isn't too bad for a little bit of CC drag potential. And then you could go into some sort of sustained damage dealer like a Vala, or Cassia works too. I like the idea of the Dahaka. Itrex has a really good Dahaka in the repertoire, but it seems like it's going to be Yrel. A lot of Yrel priority today. We have not had a patch or any changes, but this is the 3rd Yrel. Last week we saw, I believe, 0 Yrel played. Maybe 1 map of last week's. Like Sunday, we had 14 maps. And Saturday was 6 maps. So in 20 maps on Saturday and Sunday of last week, I feel like we saw 1 Yrel. As last pick, Hanzo will be grabbed. Okay. I like the RabidRaccoons draft a little bit. Good mobility. CC is decent. But there is, you know, Garrosh control, Junkrat control. It's a very controlling draft from RossPierrDoll. Valkyrie might be the level 10 pickup. I actually think it might be. Urel's a great forward diver. Yeah, it's always so funny to me, Stark, week to week, how the meta changes, whether it's through scrims or realization or it's just the flavor of the day. I'll never forget. It wasn't this tournament, but it was a tournament earlier this year. There was a day when it was like a Saturday, and there was like 3 best of 4s, or sorry, there was 4 best of 3s, and we saw Raynor 100% participation that one day. The rest of the entire tournament, no Raynor play whatsoever. It was the weirdest thing to me. It was just one day of the entire tournament. People were playing so much Raynor, and then no one played it. Here's the Storm meta is always so very interesting, especially at this level. I feel like people just get into a flavor and they're like, yep, I'm digging into this flavor. Left side of the map for the RabidRaccoons up in this best of 5. It is Mai on the Hanzo, that is tank. You've got Scorch Rhaegar, Holpaka, Tyrael, Disciple, Sylvanas, and Ubi Blaze. Right, I feel like this is like the most common Blaze combo we see. It's a very good Skinergy, don't get me wrong. It's just I see it so often. Right side of the map is going to be RossPierrDoll looking for a potential map number 3 with a 1-1 score. With iTrax Urel, going to be seeing Mac on Garrosh, Bronek, Junkrat, Loveco playing your... playing that Anduin. Sorry, Barler on the Anduin, Loveco on the Cassia, and Bronek on the Junkrat. Sorry, I misread it, and I realized I said it wrong. Thunderstroke for your Cassia, Even-Handed Blessing, Extra Wound Timers, Groundbreaker, Warbreaker, and Urel is probably Dauntless. No, she's Light of Caribor. This is going to be your Overwhelming Affliction for the Sylvanas, Adrenaline Stimpak on the Blaze, Colossal Totem, Simple Geometry, and Justice for All. Junior mid? Who's Junior? Junkrat for mid? We'll see. I really don't know what the setup is going to be. Right now, Junkrat is up against the Hanzo. You got Overwatch if you Overwatch bottom. Garrosh is currently anchoring in mid, and Blaze rotating on the top. I think he was maybe gonna... I thought maybe they were gonna invade this right side camp, but not gonna be the case whatsoever. The Jet Propulsion lands onto Mac. A handful of damage from Disciple as well. And the first Dragonite, once again, early timer for Dragonshire is going to be available in lanes, or in top and bottom, for contest in 10 seconds. As top lane, Bruiser camps will be clashing and crashing. We'll see if there's any siege value to be achieved from either side. Left side of RabidRaccoons is pushing up a little bit faster and further. But it does seem like both of the waves are getting pretty much traded. Garrosh still chilling in mid. We've got a Junkrat holding bottom up against the Hanzo. Jet Propulsion lands onto 2. The Twin Flames coming out as well. The potty blocks are really good. Barler goes down. Black Arrow from Sylvanas. iTrax tries to back away. And Black Arrow with Inspired Minion Wave and Camp is going to be massive siege in top lane. There's going to be counter pressure in bottom lane onto Hanzo as he does get taken down by Garrosh. Back in top lane, though, Jet Propulsion misses. Love Call Cassia, but this Cassia is DED dead. Junkrat will rotate into mid to catch some soak as Garrosh is trying to rotate into the top lane with a few allies to defend. But this fort looks like it will be taken down 2 minutes in. Sylvanas didn't have a Haunting Wave. Possession from Sylvanas onto a couple minions. Disciple is doing a little ring around the Rosie. Gets the Haunting Wave activation. Toss onto Ubi. And Blaze is going to try and back away with the Jet Propulsion. Lands that onto Urel after the Righteous Hammer bops him around. Disciple, as well as Holpaka, they're like, Ubi, you're fine. You can make it out of there, right? Garrosh runs into the bush. My tank gets the natural agility. And Cassia, Lightning Fury, finds no hit. A few more grenades from Junkrat poking on to Fort Gate. We do have Channel of Objective available in mid. Ubi will delay out any potential from Urel. Mac, Garrosh a little bit low. Tyrael chases in. Concussion Mine pushback, Scorch the Rhaegar, who lunges back onto these Siege Giants. Blaze still delaying out Urel in mid. Sorry for the framing. A little high, a little low. Hanzo, by the way, still working on simple geometry. It is, by the way, it's going to be your Swift Retribution for Tyrael at level 7. Speaking of, it's 3-1 in kills, so that level 7 came through a little bit faster. Junkrat went into Taste for Explosions level 4, building up that stack, and Jarell goes for the rare Aegis of Light. You might see the level 7 pair into that as well. Tyrael getting low, good cleanse out from Rhaegar. Aldruin's Might thrown to the left-hand side as Mac and Hopaka very low, the two tanks. Meanwhile, mid lane, Black Arrow from Sylvanas was active for a moment, and Blaze helps out with some siege. Hopaka gets vision of the rotation from Lavko. Fendon from Cassia, Disciple chunked but not taken down. Oil Slick ignited around the objective channel. Disciple uses Possession to steal a minion or two. Totem into the bush to provide some vision, but Lavko might just have this channel. Garrosh zoning might be enough here, and absolutely it is. Uh-oh, Scorch was trying to do something, and will be taken down. A Savage Charge kicks Sylvanas to the side. I saw the Hunting Wave. I thought she'd be able to teleport back to that, but it doesn't look like it timed out just right for her. Another scatter going out. Dragonite with a few autos onto this wave, and such a good scatter again into the Dragonite health bar. Chunking, but not chunked. What a great round of games today, everybody, though. Hopefully your Saturdays are treating you well, and these games are as well. Hanzo throws a scatter. Just trying to get another round of stackage. Still working on that level 1. Probably north of 10 stacks. Little Haunting Wave cleanse. Sylvanas able to reposition to a better spot. And Dragonite expires. Mind Control, Dragon's Arrow, Ancestral, Bunker, and Sanctification. Maybe we'll see Archangel's Wrath at level 20 from Hopaka. Probably Holy Arena. I do think the new Tyrael level 20 is pretty cool. We saw it for a little bit, but then I don't think people really were enjoying it. I feel like I don't see anyone else taking Archangel's Wrath level 20 anymore. I think it was like the new hotness when it was out, and people were just like, but Holy Arena's 1 second longer, and what is it, 25% more damage? And even Angel of Justice is really nice as well for that range increase onto Judgment, and I believe there's a cooldown as well. Riptire from Junkrat trying to create space. Sanctification comes down just as the Riptire activates. The Valkyrie from Cassia tries to pull Sylvanas, but she gets cleansed by the Rhaegar. A Dragon's Arrow lands into Lavkal, who gets some of the fort defenses. Black Arrow from Sylvanas looks like it's still down. Jet Propulsion from Blaze finds its way into Bronick. A Leap of Faith pulls the Junkrat to safety. Avenging Wrath in from Uriel. Holy ground for her, level 10, by the way, as Lavkal getting so very low. The Haunting Wave from Sylvanas, the Jet Propulsion misses. Hanzo Natural Agility is done. Sorry. Simple Geometry is done. And that'll be bottom lane fort going down. Yrel Itrex goes in with another Avenging Wrath. It is Divine Steed level 7. Not going for the cooldown reduction on Avenging Wrath with that level 4 synergy. But holy jeez, the members of RabidRaccoons. I jokingly said they were frothing at the mouth, which is a common thing for things with rabies, but jeez. It's 4-2 in kills, but structurally, top and bottom fort have gone down sub 8 minutes in game time. That's really good. That's really early fort timing, and good as well, let's be honest. Alright, 3 more stacks for Garrosh needed, 39 for the Cassia, 2 Piercing Light for the Anduin, 39 for your Junkrat as well. Simple Geometry finished out, and that's all the questing talents we got. Yrel is going to hold top lane. Blaze looks for a Jet Propulsion back into her as he was pushing up the top lane wave. Junkrat with a few grenades into Sylvanas. It is about a level and a little bit more lead in favor of RabidRaccoons. Talent here advantage as well. Groundbreaker, cleanse from Rhaegar for safety. Purification was the level 7 pickup, so he does have a 45-second cooldown on that, with all the other cool utility on top of that as well. Well, we have a little bit of a lull here. I don't think we're going to get any team fights to break out just yet, but it purges, removes slow, stun, root, or silence effect from an ally. Heal them for 366. If you use Purge on an enemy hero, you deal 550 damage to shields and reduce the healing received by 40% for 2 seconds, and there's that Purge slow as well. It's, what is an 80% slow, decaying over 2 seconds, if I remember correct as well. Scorch eats one of the grenades. Another grenade or two will delay, but that should be Scorch getting Dragonite number 2 of the map. And mid fort is already being pushed into. The soft siege onto the gate has been achieved from earlier. Black Arrow from Sylvanas to really amplify damage, or damage potential, so at least the minion wave and Dragonite don't take anything. I assume this Dragonite pivots into bottom lane at this time. No, they're going to have Sylvanas go to bottom, Dragonite through mid. The reason I bring up bottom lane is double Siege Giant Camp plus the Bruiser is an often push and siege win potential. Garrosh tries to pressure on to Hanzo, but tank is going to be fine for the time being. Sylvanas gets that wave bolstered in bottom. Looks like she stole a couple minions. See that little purple glow on a couple of them. That's the possession value. Dragonite kind of zoning while Sylvanas sieges into bottom. I believe Disciple has Black Arrow up in about 10 seconds, if my math is... Oh, no. It's 37 seconds. It just came off a cooldown recently. As Mind Control goes into Cassia, who fended in. Lovecoil tries to back away as my mouse does not want to comply today. Another Savage Charge, kick onto Garrosh. Valkyrie, I think they were anticipating the Dragonite to end and the Valkyrie to then pull, but unfortunately the timing doesn't work out. And the Dragonite driver is able to back away. 16 talents here on the left-hand side. Welcome in, Rieger. Happy Saturday. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing well. Enjoying the games and catching some great Heroes of Storm action. 3 best of 5s in total are available today, and we're in the middle of our second. Winner of this series goes up against the winner of our first series of the day. We'll keep it general, not to spoil anyone's series knowledge. If you want to know anything about how the games have gone, exclamation bracket. You can also check out the Season 2 crowdfunding as well, or crowdfunding for Season 2 of the Eternal Conflict, which I think happens next year. I don't think they're going to run it back immediately. If they do run it back, I'd love that. Garrosh goes down to Sylvanas, who does activate Black Arrows once again. This is going to be Siege in through bottom lane. The Light Bomb from Anduin connects onto Rhaegar, who gets the Self-Cast Ancestral. Barler goes down to Rhaegar. Sylvanas is still working on keep with the allies all around.
First step toward
And Cassia gets picked off as well. The Jet Propulsion lands into all of this. And this is looking like a potential speed run of map number 2. Sub 12 minutes. No Finland in this moment as Junkrat's still available, but they don't care on the side of RabidRaccoons. They will chew up this core and take it down. Another fast, actually even faster. Map 1 was, I believe, 13:30. This is 11 minute 31. Not the fastest map in this tournament. If memory serves correct, the fastest map was like 10 minutes something. I'd have to scroll. Yo, Red John, money go. Thank you for the money go. I appreciate that. Well, we have hit sub goals this week. We have already hit Chef Baja for November. We already hit all of the cooking streams in November. If you happen to have a Prime Gaming or a Tier 1 that you'd like to utilize, we are 2 subs away from Mario Kart for November. We've already hit sub goals. I'm not really hounding on them too much for the rest of the streams this week, but we're really close to this, so I just want to mention it. We are going to run some ads as we always do, so if you enjoy the stream, if you would like to support, if you'd like to help us sustain full-time streaming and bring you all these casting commentary and all these great weekends of Heroes and great weekdays of Heroes content, be sure to subscribe. Otherwise, we're going to run the ads and get ready for map number 3. It could be the final map in this best of 5 series, pushing us into the final series of today. All right. Whoa, what? Did the alerts go off? I hope the alerts went off. Umber, thank you for the 5 Tier 1 gifted subs. If you got a gifted sub from Umber, welcome to the Bahamuts. If you got dodged, get freaking dodged, loser. Thank you so very much for the 5 gifted subs and helping us hit the sub goal. If the alerts did not go off, please let me know. I literally just went to go get a cup of tea. But thank you again, Umber. That's very generous of you, bud. Thank you also, Red John, for the 100 bits right before that as well. Oh man, that's thank you. All right, let's get into this. We are here with our map number 3.
Change is upon us.
The alerts did trigger. Okay, thank you, Freaky. I appreciate that. Hey, we're really close to a hype train if you'd like, but no. Thank you so very much, everybody. Thank you, Red John and Umber for the bits and the subs. Thank you, and thank you, Red John, or sorry, thank you, Umber, for helping us hit the sub goal. I'll make a new one after this game, but let's dial our focus into map number 3, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Cho banned, Chromie banned, Diablo Hogger banned. We have a Dahaka first pick for the side of RabidRaccoons as they got first pick priority. The map choice was chosen by RossPierrDoll, as I need to update the scores as well. Blaze Jaina. All right, Kalavoth. Wave clear does exist. Wave clear does exist right there, buds. They did draft wave clear. They saw your message and they were like, "Nuh-uh, Kalavoth, I'm not taking that flame." I would say Cho'Gall, but it's banned away. Excuse me, sorry. Drink too much tea, ran down the hallway. All right. Let's catch our breath. Dahaka Hanzo Brightwing for Tomb of the Spider Queen. Double global and decent wave clear. Blaze Jaina for the right side with a Nubarak to be banned away. Interesting. Okay. I do like the Jaina early on. I think like Jaina Varian is such a good classic easy combo. Charge, taunt, Blizzard, Cone of Cold, buttons. I really hope RossPierrDoll just goes for a very simple, single target, kill them. Don't go for anything flashy.
I shall do what I must.
Never mind! Never mind! We're gonna get Stitch's Alexstrasza. Now, Alexstrasza is one of the 2 heroes that can actually heal Deathwing. If you mess up Dark Conversion with Kel'Thuzad, you can heal Deathwing. But Alexstrasza does spawn regeneration globes, so he could pick those up. I don't think this is a Deathwing game because Hanzo percent-based damage is massive. Sylvanas has percent-based damage at level 1, so I doubt it's gonna be a Deathwing. They could Medivh this. I would like to just see something standard, like sustained damage. Actually, Raynor has the classic combo with Jaina. Oh, are you okay, bud? Okay, bud? Just a little cough, okay. Raynor has the classic ace in the hole with Jaina, which is like an old combo. Junkrat is available, which pairs really well in with Stitches, though. I actually would like this to be a Junkrat.
The swarm endures.
I can see how it works, but I didn't think they were gonna double mage Kalavoth. The Mephisto was in the back of my mind a little bit, but I wasn't thinking they were gonna double mage with the Jaina and Mephisto. I wasn't anticipating that. The Zagara, I wouldn't say is out of left field, but it's a little surprising. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's see what ends up happening. Put your channel points on the gamble. If no one wagers me, I will be grumpy. Oh, you're down, I see. Sylvanas percent-based damage only works on slowed targets, not Deathwing. Isn't it also 3 stacks of Banshee Curse, though? Isn't it 3 stacks of Banshee Curse or percent-based damage? At level 1 for Sylvanas. Because I thought it was percent-based damage and slow. Unless I'm misremembering. There's a lot of nuance with Sylvanas' level 1s. We'll click on the talent and I'll look at it at the start. I personally like the Junkrat better. Wait, why am I waiting? Why should I wait? Enemy heroes with 3 stacks of Banshee Curse are slow by 15%. Sylvanas base attacks against slowed enemy here. You're right. Yeah. I thought it was that slowed, and when they have 3 stacks, then the percent-based damage comes through. So, anyways, left side of the map, we're gonna be here into Tomb of Spider Queen. We've got your RabidRaccoons with Ubi Dahaka doing a little butt wiggle right there. Tank Hanzo Hulpaka is your Tyrael Scorch, Brightwing, and Sylvanas to be played by Disciple. Right side of the map, looking to reverse sweep potentially is RossPierrDoll. They've got Max Stitches, Bronick, Jaina, Lovecole, Zagara, Barler on that Alexstrasza, and an Itrax Blaze. Hook goes out, no connection early on. Does Ma eat heroics in Sank? I thought Sank beats everything. Yeah, when you said Zagma good into Sank, I was confused.
Shatter the metal spiders. In the gems tower.
Well, if those are gonna be the two heroics, we'll hopefully find out. What is the verbiage on Tyraels, actually? Hold on one second. Invulnerable. Alright, Stitch's level 1 is going to be in Hungry for More. We've also got Alexstrasza going into her Circle of Life for the Abundance. I mean, it makes sense why we saw the Alexstrasza and Stitches together. It's a bit of a combo as well. Jaina goes into Fingers of Frost level 1. She's got 4 stacks on that already. Adrenaline Stimpak and your Corpse Feeders for the Zagara in the bottom lane. Hanzo going to go target practice. A good drag from Dahaka lands onto Blaze. Itrax trying to back away. Sylvanas Haunting Wave! Oh no! Disciple goes over the wall! I think the Haunting Wave had the last bit of damage. It did. But Sylvanas still pushed the button and went over, and that'll be a treated kill in bottom. Good hook. Good kill into Jaina. I think actually that might have been an ally hook attempt or something. Does anyone, I actually legit don't know this. I don't think the tooltip explains it. If you push ally hook, but you hit an enemy hero first, does it still hook them? I would assume so, right? There we go. I just want to see the allied hook description. That can hit allied heroes, hitting an allied hero, which is cool. It's reduction, okay. Because I'm assuming if you press allied hook, but you hit an enemy hero first, you're going to still pull that enemy hero first. You're not going to go through the enemy. Bit of pressure onto Stitches as he does tap well. Slam goes down. Zagara looking to step up. Does have a summonable or two just to try and pressure the enemy. That's what I thought, Kalabot. That's what I thought. So many, like, minuscule nuances in Heroes of Storm and MOBAs in general, so... How long I've been casting this game for ages, and I still find new stuff constantly. Jet Propulsion goes in from Blaze. Adrenaline Stimpak activated as well. Soothing Mist from Brightwing does get activated. Tank Hanzo tries to back away. Jaina does not get fatal damage. I did see the Ice Lance go out, but it didn't find purchase. I don't think it would have gotten a kill, though. And Sylvanas with an Inspired Wave in bottom, with the help of Dahaka, were able to take down most of the fort gate. A little bit remains. And I think Black Arrows was used as well. Unstable Poison, level 4 for the Sylvanas. Little explosive arrow from Hanzo action as well. Hanzo, as I mentioned, did go into target practice. If you're wondering what the Hanzo stackage is looking like and who needs to hit, he's hit everyone once for the 30% range increase, and he's hit Alexstrasza twice, Blaze and Jaina once to be able to get the 100 extra damage. His whole Haka almost goes down to the tower shots. The Black Arrow from Disciple once again diving in. The Jet Propulsion misses as Dahaka lands a beautiful drag. There's going to be Lovecoil going down. You'd think the fort defenses would help, but no. Once again, the goggles, they do nothing. Deja vu as the bottom lane fort has been felled. And Stitches Alexstrasza, 15 globes on Stitches. Alexstrasza is done with her level 1 quest, so we'll see her using Abundance pretty much off a cooldown. And the cooldown off my head, I think, is 10 seconds? 14. Yeah, 14. Okay, Unstable Poison. We've also got Lost Soul as well. Shadow Dagger damage increase. Also, basic attacks against heroes with 3 stacks of Ancient Curse reduce the cooldown of Shadow Dagger further. Could see Cold Embrace later on. I doubt it. Armor debuff is nice, but typically we see things like Windrunner or Remorseless and Will of the Forsaken, so... A lot of other utility that we often see picked up by Sylvanas players. But RabidRaccoons will get this, I believe, first turn into the game. Polymorph onto Itrax, who jet propulsions onto the south side of the map, but the body blocks from Hopaka are really good. The Haunting Wave from Disciple is going to connect, and the sustained damage will be there to take down Blaze as the blue Webweavers descend. Jaina does finish out her Fingers of Frost. 239 damage on that baseline quest. That is a rough go for her. As Ubi in top lane, do you have a burrow? There's a slam, and a hook goes out. Stitches finds the kill. Solo lane for solo lane. Dahaka should have Brush Talk off cooldown when he respawns. We'll check that in a moment as Jaina's getting chased and pressured by Tyrael. Brush Talk is off cooldown if Dahaka would like to use it. He did lose 1 stack on his Feeding Frenzy level 7. And Hanzo still looking to get that last hit. Who does Tank need to hit still? Is it Zagara? It's Alex Strauza twice. Okay. Blaze managing bottom. Mid lane pushed up a little bit. See if Disciple has Black Arrows. Indeed he does. He'll activate those and siege in through mid. Death Wave from the Webweaver pushing up. Black Arrow again, still finding... Oh, that's a great mind control! Dragon's Arrow lands on Alex Strauss in the backline. That is a lot of gems dropped. Devouring Maw out from Zagara. Tyrael may pop Sanctification. Nope, looks like he won't. Phase Shift goes onto Disciple as Hopaka backs away with little to no mana. A little Blink Heal to the side. And the Webweaver phase has expired, but... perfectly dimensions, the clutch is open back up. 55 gems needed, 55 gems held. Oh, it's okay, bud. I know. You're okay, bud. You're okay. It's okay, Bandit. Sorry, a big Pinecone hit the roof and he's panicking. Lay down, bud. You're halfway through a lay down. There you go. Just get comfy. You're all right. You're okay, bud boy. I know. It's terrifying. The Pinecone hit the roof. You're doing great. 4 kill difference. That's a really good hook into a Gorge. Drag it. Okay. Sanctification comes down. Alex Strauza pops Lifebinder, and it's more so for herself. Jet Propulsion misses from the Blaze. As a good scatter goes out. Another hook onto Disciple. Oh, Mac with these hooks are nice. 36 regeneration globes have been picked up by the Stitches, make it 37. And in 3 more, he's going to have 15% movement speed unmounted. But also, keep in mind, Stitches is building up his health pool with this as well. Currently 5,602 HP as the Red Webweavers will descend. The Pinecoes hitting up the roof have been a thing for the last 8 years, unfortunately. Yo, ISO, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Red Webweavers have entered in the lane. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze misses. Sylvanas with a little bit of sustained damage onto Itrax, who's going to pop a Legitimal Stimp back and look to re-engage. Top lane wave pushing up in favor of RossPierrDoll. Explosive Arrow for a little poke here and there. There's a phase shift into the Hanzo as well. Death Wave from the Webweaver pushing up. Sidewall's being taken down by Zagara. As the Webweaver in top lane with the help of Roaches. Dragon's Arrow lands on a 2. Dahaka with the flank isolation. Brush Talk into the Zagara. Gets the drag onto her just afterwards. Lifebinder applied. Sanctification goes down the ground. Alex Strauza pops her Dragon Queen. There is going to be Water Elemental Divine. Devouring Maw finds the Hanzo Brightwing. The Jet Propulsion bounces into a few enemies. A big cleanse from Brightwing afterwards. And that'll be the end of our skirmish through top. Traded abilities and some heroics. The Webweaver phase has expired, and the map structurally is looking pretty equal. Top fort down, bottom fort down on opposing sides, and Bandit, you are the best boy. Good job. Hook onto Dahaka. Tyrael with the Holy Ground, level 13, block Stitches from backing away for an awkward moment. 48 regeneration globes on the Stitches. I feel like I mentioned 38 seconds ago. Sylvanas, by the way, is going to be that Remorseless level 13. We do have the Pixie Power for Brightwing, Fleet of Foot for Hanzo. Dahaka will pick up his Primal Rage. Yep. And there's that Holy Ground. On the right side, it is Icy Veins. We actually see Protective Coating for the Zagara. Hydroless Transfusion was fixed. There was a bug on it a couple weeks ago, but Dragon's Arrow is massive. Onto Stitches, who had gorged Tyrael. Haunting Wave down. Blizzard from Jaina to zone, but it won't be enough, and it's Dahaka who is able to get the kill. Stitches really low. Lifebinder gets applied to him. Devouring Maw captures 3. Zagara tries to make something happen. A hook goes wide of Ubi because of that burrow immediately. Good anticipation of a hook right there. As we sit on 52 regeneration globes for your Stitches. And he's got 1,300 extra HP. In 8 globes, he'll have 20% movement speed unmounted. And our blue web weavers do descend to the side of RabidRaccoons. Alright, 10 stacks on that level 7 for Zagara of the 12. A quick drag onto a catapult to clear that out safely and faster. Tyrael's already getting siege onto the gate. Jaina returns some damage, 7,610 on her baseline quest for that ice block of the 12,000 needed. Circle of Life again. Stitches steps up. It's 58 globes, dude. That's so many. Fort Armor activates. Black Arrow from Sylvanas. Inspired Minion Wave. Jaina drops a Blizzard onto that one. Dragon's Arrow lands onto Alex Strauss in the corridor. The Isolation does land. Love Call on the Cigar, trying to back away. Soothe the Mist from Brightwing, and she's captured by the Devouring Maw. I think she's dead out. Yeah, she's dead inside. Hanzo gets the natural agility. Bronik goes down the left side. There was a Gorge onto Ubi, who's point blank re-hooked. Dahaka, Brightwing, and Hanzo all go down. Jaina, the only one to be felled, and the top lane fort does go down to Webweaver damage. Tyrael gonna hearth out. Sylvanas doing something really risky, in my opinion, but she'll clear this out. I think she did see a few of the enemies in top lane, so this is a safe clear for her. I'm gonna ignore that one gem and just get to a safer position. Webweaver Summon is going to be available to RossPierrDoll. They'll turn in 40 of the 55 needed. Mid-fort sitting around, let's call it 2,000 HP. 2,484. Nicely done. 16 picked up. 60 regeneration globes for your Stitches. In 40 globes, he will not need to mount anymore. That's crazy, dude. 61 globes at 13 minutes. That's a lot of globes. Jet Propulsion lands. The hook onto Scorch is good. The Mind Control comes through. The Dragon's Arrow is going to be there. The Signification down from Tyrael as well. There's a Gorge onto this Dahaka. Bunker came down as well. Dahaka burrows immediately. Lurker's trying to bop people around. A hook lands on a whole pocket. The Holy Ground is placed on the ground. There's a Devouring Maw onto the Brightwing. Lifebinder onto Itrax. And whoa, the Tyrael explosion almost takes down Stitches, but he had enough health. Natural agility over the wall from Hanzo. That's going to be Twin Flames over the wall. That takes down the last gambit of Dahaka. But as I mentioned in the previous series, Dahaka, if he loses all of his gambit, he still has cooldown reduction at 0.75 per auto. Bottom fort will go down. Blue Webweavers. No, red Webweavers. Oh my god. Oh wait, no. My brain did everything backwards. I was like, wait a minute. Red Webweavers are not surprising. It would have been surprising if RabidRaccoons turned in, but no. I don't even think they had enough for a turn, and they dropped way too many gems recently. Anyways, RossPierrDoll will be able to get this Webweaver summoning. A Jet Propulsion lands on the tank Hanzo, but will not be taken down. Arcane Flare into the bush in the bottom left. The hook just bonks off the fort. I thought the angle was good to be able to pull Hopaka back. Gorge available. 70 regeneration globes on the Stitches as we take stock of his health pool. Currently at 7,662. 1,775 is the bonus, and movement speed bonus at 20%. As I mentioned, 28 regeneration globes more, and Stitches literally does not need to mount anymore. Red Webweaver siege through mid is good. The hook finds Tyrael, but he had the Eldruin's Might thrown to the side with the Holy Ground. And is going to try and avoid his Stitches here by hugging this little corridor. We'll see if he gets another Eldruin's Might activation in time, and it doesn't seem like he will be taken down. Dahaka managing bottom, and the keeps will be saved. But for the first time in this best of 5 series, RossPierrDoll has had some shining moments. Nice start, congratulations. Big W for ya. Oh, I can't wait to see what... I know it's called something different, but I can't wait to see what Extreme Measures looks like in Hades 2. I'm really excited to get into that. There's so much post-game that I'm excited about in that game. We will be picking up Hades 2 again on Tuesday this upcoming week. There is a possibility I might wake up early and play Hades tomorrow, because tomorrow, I think tomorrow's going to be delayed by quite some time. According to Liquipedia, tomorrow's games doesn't start till 10 a.m. my time, which I feel like is not correct. I know EU has a time change tonight, but I didn't think it was going to be a 3-hour difference, you know? There's a hook onto Hanzo. 80 regeneration globes, and Stitches gets the kill. 81 regeneration globes is up. Brightwing blinks to the safety, okay. Dude, it's just so ridiculous. Stitches has 8,418 HP. Tyrael, the opposing side tank, with 5,307. Dahaka, by the way, 5,029. Blaze, if you're curious, 6,115. Blue Web Weavers to descend. 11 needed. Dahaka gets it. So boss is grabbed in top lane. RabidRaccoons get their Web Weaver, and if they can take a Blaze, that'd be huge, but I don't think they will. Uh-oh, Blaze, no! No, Blaze, no! Mind control! Dark Lady's call. Fairy Protector level 20, Holy Arena, Isolation, Contagion, and Bullseye. As we have Hungry Hungry Stitches, Ritual of Life, Fortified Bunker, Wintermute, and Pack Instincts. Mind control goes fishing. No one found. Stitch is still stepping up. 85 globes, dude. Hanzo has respawned. He's going to go clear out the boss in top lane. The Web Weaver pushing that lane as well. Bottom lane, Web Weaver finds minimal to no value. Pushes things up. Mid fort should go down here. Drag lands onto Stitches. Ton of healing over time. A hook onto Disciple. A Gorge applied. Isolation misses. Slam Jam. Goodbye, Sylvanas. Ma'am. Lightbinder gets activated. Webweaver phase is just about to expire. Top lane should be cleared out in just a moment. And they get a mid lane fort. Not enough for another Webweaver phase. Not at all. 9 of 65. Meanwhile, on the opposing side, 57 of 60 already turned in. 3 needed for a Webweaver, and pretty much everyone but Lovecolor Barler has that turn in right now. Yep, Blaze has got it too. Scatter into this camp. Should you see the Webweaver turned in? Red Webweaver's ascending here, 18.5 minutes in. The longest map of this best of 5. With 94 regeneration globes on your Stitches. Nearly 10k HP on the big boy. 5 globes needed if oh, he didn't get this bottom lane. Okay, he was anchoring a little further forward, but he'll get it right there. 5 globes needed. I don't think I've ever seen a Stitches break 100 in a casted game. I don't think I've ever casted a game with a Stitches over 100. The highest that I remember is Leon Black during the Celebrity Clash League on Tomb, and they ran something very similar to this, and I think he had like 80-something. I don't think he broke 100 for sure. Red Webweavers move in, Mind Control goes fishing. Mid-keep is going to be taken down. 100 globes for Stitches! The lad has mount speed unmounted. Why are you mounting? Why would you mount? What's the point? It's probably just like baked into his brain, like, oh, I'm not doing anything, mount. Mind Control finds the Stitches. Bullseye stun, tower shots to reduce armor, bunker from Blaze, Alex draws a Lifebinder, and Stitches is nearing 10k HP. 2,575 has been the buff from those 103 globes. Jet Propulsion. Trying to back away, Dragon's Arrow lands onto just Blaze. Tyrael trying to chase in, Polymorph immediately. Mind Control comes through as well. The ally hook to save the Isolation Contagion flank. Blaze trying to back away. Alexstrasza with the wind buff, it pushes them back just a little too late. The Sanctification comes out as a hook finds no pull. Once you get 120 globes, it actually slows you down. That is true, yeah, because it sets your speed. That's so true. Oh my god, dude, this Stitches. Red Web Weavers are 50 held, 65 needed, so another 15 or 5 waves. Boss in top lane, 44 seconds. Sylvanas in top. Haunting Wave to the side. And we'll be able to back away. Pulverize the big slow that you're seeing off of Stitches, that level 16. It also does have a armor debuff as well. Hook, I heard go out. Tyrael caught. Bullseye gets a stun. Dahaka fishes for a drag, lands onto the Blaze. Tyrael, no Sanctification for 30 seconds. The Facia from Brightwing, the Isolation goes out, but a Lifebinder denies the kill. Lifebinder, a very low cooldown as another hook goes out, but it only connects onto a Bruiser minion. Dahaka looking to step up here. Fishes for the drag onto Blaze once again. The Dragon's Arrow lands onto Zagara in the back line. No Ritual of Life, but the bunker comes through. The Mind Control onto Jaina. She looks to back away. Devouring Maw captures Tyrael as Haunting Wave from Sylvanas looks to chase in. Another hook from Stitches, only connecting onto a Bruiser minion. What's up, Curtis? How you doing today, bud? They are going to bluntly go to the boss. I mean, Bunker, Lifebinder, Gorge, Water Elemental, Devouring Maw, all of these have been used. Sanctification, Mind Control available. And this could be the boss throw pit. 111 globes. Stitches misses a hook. Boss will be grabbed to the side of RabidRaccoons. Haunting Wave to chase in. Gotta be careful of that Hungry Stitches just now coming off a cooldown. And with boss in tow, they're looking to push things up through the lane. Stitches so close to 10k HP. Another hook to go out. No one to be pulled out of position. Mind Control finds the Jaina. That could be a GG moment. The Lifebinder comes through the Sanctification from the Tyrael as well with the Holy Arena level 20. Lifebinder Ritual of Life will expire in just a moment. And boss is going to work on keep, but there's a hook to between the enemies. Stitch is still stepping up. Mind Control finds the Stitches. Drag to follow that up as well. Stitches is gonna get a Gorge. Hungry Stitch. Oh, Hanzo! Singular strike lands! Drag lands onto Blaze, but he gets the bunker call down just before that. A Mind Control goes fishing once again, trying to time out when the Blaze jumps out of the bunker. Maybe even to Alexstrasza, Dragon Queen. But Stitches being dead for 50 is massive. To the left-hand side of RabidRaccoons, who have the Black Arrow from Sylvanas. They're going to push in. The Jump Propulsion from Blaze will be missing right now. Tyrael, Eldrin's might thrown in. Bronick delays out the inevitable with an Ice Block. Black Arrow from Sylvanas about to expire, but the minion wave is here, bolstered by a allied Inspire push. Dahaka's going to tank tower shots. 52 on Jaina, 24 on Stitches. Mind Control misses onto Itrax, but it's a very low cooldown, already at 12 seconds. And drag lands onto Blaze through the miss from Brightwing. The Alexstrasza Lifebinder will be coming through. The body blocks are not going to be enough. The Jump Propulsion lands onto the Tyrael. Dahaka has to use his essence to back away, and mid lane needs to be worked on as there's going to be some catapults on core. Spawning catapult will clear out the enemy, and that is an unfortunate not end for the side of RabidRaccoons. I really did think they had a win set up there with that kill onto Stitches, then Jaina. Not going to be happening. It looks like defenses need to be managed, or lanes need to be managed on the left-hand side of RabidRaccoons. 114 regeneration globes as the Red Web Weavers will descend in favor of RossPierrDoll. Oh wait, no, they won't. They need Itrax gems. Hungry Stitches to delay. Tank won't get it. Dragon's Arrow lands onto Zagara across the map. Circle of Life from Alexstrasza. Isolation Contagion onto 3. Mind Control from Sylvanas. Sanctification comes down on the ground. The Jump Propulsion Blaze will miss. There is a bunker down from him as well. Devouring Maw catches that Dahaka. A hook onto Scorch Brightwing. She'll be fine. No Gorge for 45. And the Red Web Weavers will descend about neutral position in all 3 lanes. Hook misses. 3 globes needed, and Stitches will never need... Stitches will be slower when mounting. 2 globes. 2 globes still. He didn't get that one off Alex Straza right there. 25.5 minutes in. Red Web Weavers are moving in as Hanzo does not get hooked. Top managed by Dahaka, mid managed by the enemy squad, and RossPierrDoll pushing through bottom lane. Another hook goes wide. Mind Control finds the Stitches. Tower Shot or 2 reduces his armor, I think. That actually might have been something else. Dahaka fishing for a flank angle. Gorge onto Tyrael. Hungry Stitches takes the Hanzo. Jet Propulsion onto Tyrael. Is there Sanctification out for 14 seconds? Hanzo is going to get a point-blank Dragon Arrow. Isolation from Dahaka utilized in all of this. Lurker Strain helps out. Brightwing will get a phase shift onto Hopaku at 115 HP. And this is going to be a hook on Disciple, but the Haunting Wave was active. Beautiful read from Disciple as bottom and mid-keep have been taken down. Core shots are landing into the Alex Straza. The Mind Control misses Stitches. And so does the hook onto Sylvanas in return. 124 on your Stitches, by the way, everybody. 135% movement speed. 10,899 HP. My God. That is so much HP. 6K, 6.5K, 7.4. Lays the real tank. Jesus, man. That's so crazy. Alright. Web Weavers are available for the blue side squad. They do have enough for this turn-in. Top lane is pushed up. If they get this turn-in, this could be a GG push, honestly. 41, Scorch is 9, 52. They need Sylvanas' last bundle. Hook onto Tyrael. Gorge on to Dahaka. Dragon's Arrow goes wide of the enemy. Gorge does not do anything but move Dahaka in lane. Jet Propulsion finds nothing. A hook finds Dahaka once again. He immediately burrows. Lurker Strain value. Isolation Contagion splashing from Jaina into Zagara. They all jump inside Blaze's bunker. And still no Web Weaver. They're just gonna. Are they gonna literally just walk into boss? Mind Control into Stitches. There's going to be a drag onto the Zagara. Bullseye lands. Lightbinder! Lightbinder doesn't get the trigger in time. Zagara goes down. Boss is leashed. Water Elemental from the Jaina. Big damage into tank. Hanzo may get bursted down. Hanzo gets the natural agility. Bronick pops the ice block. The scatter takes them down with the help of Tyrael. Hanzo gets the face shift from Brightwing. Catapults are arriving at core through the top lane. Stitches Alex Straza. Blaze for the defense. As the hook finds Hanzo, Jet Propulsion's there as well. Dahaka's back at the core to defend against the incoming wave because we are nearly 29 minutes on those catapults and such. Scorch, Polymorphs, that's a Jet Propulsion, but the Soothing Mist comes out afterwards or before. Mind Control from Sylvanas. Dahaka's managing the core, which is taking a lot of damage. And this is such a crazy, haphazard, weird, wild fight. Sylvanas tries to take down Itrax. Dahaka brush-stalked in, by the way, so core is still taking damage. Farts, man, what a game. Sylvanas will manage the wave that has arrived, but I thought a Web Weaver did get summoned in all of this. That's really good defense from RossPierrDoll, who continue to build up their Stitches with 134 regeneration globes. Nearly 12,000 HP. And with the respawns faster on the right, this is boss to be started. Sylvanas will get the turn in, but I think these waves just defend. I don't think these Web Weavers really win. What are spawning catapult damage at? Let me get a... See if I can get a really quick spawning catapult here. No? Boss grabbed. All right, spawning catapult has 1,800 HP with 1,360 damage into structures. And honestly, I think this Web Weaver phase defends because they need to make sure that boss is not going to push up and take down Keep in top lane. 55,600 HP on the boss. Haunting Wave from Sylvanas to reposition Mind Control immediately onto the Stitches. There's a little bit split from the team. The Syndication comes down from Tyrael as well. Jaina gets deleted. I honestly didn't even see her position or anything, but Jaina does go down. Jet Propulsion lands into Tyrael. The Gorge onto Dahaka and Tyrael. Hook finds no one. Boss is working on Keep. Drag lands onto Stitches. The Mind Control into the Blaze. The Alex Ross, the Lifebinder does come through. 140 stacks for your Stitches. 140 movement speed as the boss in top lane does take down Keep, but they're going to let that go and try and run at the enemy team while the Jaina is dead for 34 seconds. We are post 30 minutes in game time. We are 30 minutes in game. As Brightwing actually is going to help clear things out, she probably has a phase shift to jump in faster. How much HP did the boss had? 55,600. I did check it. I don't know if I said it too quick. Hook onto Disciple. The Jet Propulsion misses, but the Haunting Wave allows them to back away. The Web Weave from bottom lane has bolstered this siege. And is this a Mind Control that sets up the win? A whole lot of damage into Mac. The bunker comes down from Blaze. Silence Isolation was there. Holy Ground. There's going to be a Jet Propulsion from Blaze as well. Is there another Mind Control? Not for 2 seconds. Dragon's Arrow lands on a Stitches as he goes for a hook. A drag from this Dahaka lands into him, but the Lifebinder's going to be there, and now it is full disengage coming out from the side of RabidRaccoons. Mind Control misses again. Sylvanas Haunting Wave gets the teleport to the south side of the map, but Stitches just running at them. Phase shift with the Brightwing allows her to back away, but Disciple is going to be taken down. Hook, but the sidewall blocks. Natural Agility cleanse onto this Hanzo. Hungry Stitches. Sanctification from Tyrael is available if he wants to pop it right here, but he can't get it out in time. That might be the end right there. 40 on Tyrael, 45 on the Sylvanas. And ladies and gentlemen, with 144 regeneration globes, I think we're heading into a map number 4.
Blue team's core is under attack.
11,981, nearly 12,000 HP in total. He actually breaks that mark right here at the tail end, but 32 and a half minutes in, making up for the 2 speed runs earlier today. A barn burner of a best of 5, and we do see RossPierrDoll taking map 3. What's up, Time? How you doing today, bud? What a game. Oh my god, that was a blast. Let's we're gonna show you all those stats here. Sylvanas' siege damage, my god, dude. Sylvanas had 110,000 more siege than the enemy Blaze. Stitches ban incoming, calling it. What if they don't ban Stitches? Then what? Alrighty, everybody. Welcome on back in. We are here into map number 4 of our second best of 3 of the day. As RabidRaccoons just fought 30-plus minutes on Tomb of the Spider Queen to try and get a 3-0, but unfortunately, RossPierrDoll with their 144 regeneration globes on level 1 Stitches is going to be victorious. No Stitches banned, by the way. No Stitches banned, by the way. Chat was wrong. Can you imagine it? Blaze first pick, though, on the side of RossPierrDoll. The losing side of RabidRaccoons has opted in for map pick priority. So, yeah. RabidRaccoons, they want to play... They want to find some victory on this map.
To my last breath.
Yet ... Yet ... All right, well, we'll see. This is a really good map for a Nubrak, though. Like, in all seriousness, Nubrak is really good priority in this map. We'll see if there's going to be any play into that. Blaze, Junkrat, Brightwing. They absolutely could run a Stitches here if they wanted. I think they're trying to kind of bait that out from the enemy. I'm not sure if RossPierrDoll actually want to go that direction, but if they are trying to get it, the setup on this side, Blaze, Junkrat, Brightwing, it's a really good Stitches setup. So we'll see, we'll see. Is there going to be a respect ban? No! It's Genji! Genji gets banned by RabidRaccoons. They say, psh, they're not going to run Stitches again. They're not going to run Stitches again. What's up, hi as in the? I don't think that's how you say your name. What's up, bud? Welcome in. What's up, Saddle? Good to see you as well. Varian will be banned. Tyrael, Hogger, Genji, Chromie, and Cho. And it's a Muradin, Yrel, Rhaegar, Sylvanas. This last pick can be... Ooh. Orphea? I think this is a last pick Orphea. Unless they're going to steal it right here, I think it's a last pick Orphea on the left side of RabidRaccoons. I mean, Umberwolf, if you want to split the hairs, you'll see yourself out. No, you're good. It's just, I rarely get the chance to flame chat for being actually incorrect. It's usually me mispronouncing something, or so I get it's the rare chance for me to flame chat. But there is gonna be another Stitches. It is there. They could have banned it. Well, let's go ahead and see what happens here in map number 4 of this best of 5 series. Is it a reverse sweep setup, or is it gonna be a shutdown from RabidRaccoons? All right, let's get into it. Left side of the map is going to be RabidRaccoons, looking to shut things down here in map number 4, Alterac Pass, with a Muradin, Hopaka, Tank, Sylvanas, Scorch, Rhaegar, Ubi on the Zeratul, and Disciple on your Yrel. Some role swaps here, chat. Right side of the map with the brooms in hand. We'll see if they can find the dustpans as well through Alterac. Our team down, trying to get a reverse sweep. It is RossPierrDoll. Itrax Blaze. You'll see a Bronek Falstead, Barler Brightwing, Lovekull Junkrat, and Mac back on that Stitches. Light of Karabor, Colossal Totem, Shadow Hunter for the Zeratul. You've got your Might of the Banshee Queen Sylvanas as well, and Muradin Dwarf Block. Patchwork Creation on the Stitches. No globes for him. Extra wound timers, you've got your Hypershift Brightwing, Adrenaline Stimpack, and Falstead into Frequent Flyer for that auto attack damage and such. Muradin and a Stormbolt, it did not connect on to the Falstead. It looks like it hit the gate before the bird, and we'll see an immediate split on the left-hand side for this Null Pack camp. Right side, I would assume, it should be happening quite quickly. Yep, there it is. If they win, respect ban incoming, calling it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so siege camps grab from mid lane, the true actual objective of the map. Lowest cooldown for a camp, and here's a storm. Early spawning as well. As all camps are 30 seconds. Spawn timer, Haunting Wave. Bronek is going to take a lot of damage. Muradin misses the Stormbolt, but the Avenging Wrath with the Righteous Hammer shall be enough to take down Swiftwing and the Bird Boy Falstead. Oil Slick in top lane. Ubi Zeratul waiting for things to be cleared out. Loses a little bit of damage on the Fort Gate. Twin Flames onto the immediate incoming wave. Rhaegar Yrel managing mid. I'm wondering if Yrel and Zeratul will swap out at a point. Meanwhile, back in the bottom lane, Falstead is flying in. I thought there was going to be another immediate Stormbolt into the bird. Lightning Rod applied. Murden steps out of the bush. A Thunderclap down on the ground. No level 4 on either side just yet. A few grenades from Junkrat will be fired in. A hammering from Falstead and a handful of auto attacks as well. Zeratul maneuvering into mid lane. I think this might be the swap between Ubi and Disciple. Oh, no, I think Ubi was coming down into mid for that quick regeneration globe grab. Rel playing deep. Avenging Wrath is charged up. Does go into the level 4 cooldown reduction with Aegis of Light. Phase shift from Brightwing into top will be forced out. And Ubi picks up the experience in lane. First objective is going to be announced in just a second here, so we'll hear that as it's going to be top, left, and right. Jail camps are 30 seconds of channel time with 2 jailers to defend. Wicked deja vu just now. And it is reverberation for your Muradin level 4. Playtime Stitches. You do have your Boom Pow Junkrat, Magic Spit, Incinerator Gauntlets, Frequent Flyer. Or sorry, Hammer gains to go with the Frequent Flyer level 1. Possession, Sonic Strength, and you've also got your Earth Living Enchantment for Rhaegar. Hey, forget what? You are just in time indeed for map number 4 of our second best of 5, but Alterac Pass, most importantly for you. Sylvanas with the Black Arrow active, trying to lock down the wave and clear things out, push up their own Null pack onto the fort gate of the enemy. Sylvanas in top lane trading... Sorry, Yrel in top lane trading blows with Blaze. Sylvanas is actually over at mid. Misread the mini-map. Concussion Mine to push her to the side. Right wing Arcane Flare hitting. And a Haunting Wave from Sylvanas, but Rhaegar is going to eat the hook. Is he able to back away? The body blocks from Stitches are just absolutely on point. But the sustained damage is not there. Meanwhile, Jump Propulsion from Blaze, the Avenging Wrath into a Stormbolt, and Rhaegar gets the kill. Into Blaze, a second kill picked up by the side of RabidRaccoons. RossPierrDoll may need to defend their objective. It looks like Holpaka is going to try and go for this, but Stitch's presence and Junkrat as well should be enough. Holpaka was about to go through the bush, but I think he was anticipating a trap being there. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we do see a rotation from Sylvanas Rhaegar to the Siege Campus. It's just about to respawn. Blaze working his way over here to the right side as well. And Zeratul managing bottom, finishing out his level 1. Did go into Wormhole level 7, so it's going to be that very mechanical, heavy build for our Zeratul. As Muradin does step into the bush, eats the steel trap. It is no Chattering Teeth, no Sticky Wicket to worry about. Right side camp started later, but is going to be slightly faster by about, let's call it 2 or 3 seconds. Sustained damage into Mac, a phase shift from Brightwing, a concussion mine. Sylvanas with the Haunting Wave looking to chase in further. The Polymorph immediately activates onto Tank. The cleanse onto him as well. The concussion mine does not bop, but the slam jam from Stitches takes down Sylvanas. Jailer gets the channel, 24 seconds remaining. 10 talent here getting closer both sides as we're about a level away. A little bit less on the left side of Rabid, but I think RossPierrDoll just needs some in-lane experience to be picked up. Falstad goes down in the rotation to mid by the Zeratul. Disciple with a Righteous Hammer to push back the enemies. A hook pulls Disciple back in. Chain heal from Rhaegar is pretty good. Can Yrel back away? Righteous Hammer charged up. I believe that's Righteous Momentum level 7. And with the kill into Falstad, that is going to be a 10 talent tier faster. Holy Ground, or Sacred Ground, excuse me. Mind Control, Avenging Wrath resets. Phase shift from Brightwing, Stormbolt from Muradin, pierces through, Barler goes down, a Righteous Hammer again onto Mac. Falstad maybe getting chased, self-cast Ancestral, they don't put it on Sylvanas. Hook from Stitches lands, and a tower shot is going to be also connecting. But Mind Control, Might of the Nerazim, Ancestral, Avatar, and Sacred Ground for Yrel. As Zeratul is not gorged or anything. I think he went in for a little dive onto the enemies underneath tower shots and blinked away quite quickly. Gust, Gorge, Riptire, Blink Heal, and Bunker? Yeah, Bunker. I doubt it's going to be a combustion game.
Time to show them what the Storm Pipes can do.
Right side camp to be grabbed. Muradin setting up for a flank into Falstad, but the gate is still available. Will Brightwing discover this? No. Rhaegar is here with Sylvanas. Dwarf Toss, Stormbolt misses. Good intuition from Falstad. Black Arrow activated. Holpaka gusted up against the wall. Polymorph, do they have Avatar? Indeed, but those tower shots have reduced the armor. Holpaka gets another Stormbolt. Gorge onto Rhaegar. And Urel body blocks. Falstead still chasing onto Muradin just above. A chain heal comes out. There's going to be a Riptire from Junkrat fishing for Muradin's position. I do believe the Riptire gets activated on Sylvanas. Muradin Dwarf Toss is in once again with the Stormbolt activated. Trying to get that trait to trigger, and there it goes. Alpaca will heal up a little bit. No third win, level 1. Hook goes wide of the enemies in top lane, and the fort gate will be taken down. Falstead going to be taking a flight into, I assume, mid to defend, but the enemy team is rotating and may catch someone in the rotation over here. Stormbolt into Junkrat lands, but the Concussion Mine did trigger first. The phase shift from Brightwing is going to be here. There will be a Blaze taken down by Zeratul over in the bottom lane, who may get a kill onto Falstead. Just kidding. Zeratul had 50 HP at the end of that. Stitches goes down in the top area. Mid lane objective is still pushing in, but I'd like to see a pivot to boss through top, honestly. We're post 5 minutes. You've got a couple kills in top. Sylvanas looks like she's going to go reset for mana specifically, and maybe we won't see a boss call at all. Disciple checks bottom. Falstead hearthing out. Level lead is formed. It is that Remorseless for Sylvanas. You've got your Bronzebeard Rage, Mending Strikes for your Zeratul. We're also looking at Tidal Waves and Aldor Peacekeeper for Urel. Stitches is half a level from getting Extended Hook value. Sylvanas and crew rotate to bottom. They're going to start this boss over here for bottom lane. Taking stock of Fort Gate has already been taken down. They could double boss this. They could grab this boss and then pivot hard into top lane. Urel's already kind of anchoring up here to make sure that no one, tries and trades. So Hook Gorge onto Muradin. He's got Avatar off a cooldown. Will he be able to back away? No Avatar activated. Activates it late. He's dead. Ancestral comes through. The Riptire doesn't explode in time, and it is going to be a boss. The Mind Control into Blaze actually will come through. The Stormbolt's going to be there to follow that up. Stitches has that extended hook range, 13 talents here. Zeratul trying to get to the backline. Face from Brightwing is going to be canceled by Urel, who dove in deep to interrupt. Still 4v4, but boss does go over to the left-hand side of RabidRaccoons. And as I said, they could just hard pivot to top lane and go for that. Doesn't seem like that'll be the call. Boss at 50%, a hook, only capturing a minion. Muradin, Dwarf tossing in, playing off the boss stun with a Stormbolt. Temporal Post from Blaze will miss. Muradin using Sidewall to get cooldown protection on that Stormbolt. Lands it onto Blaze, a soothing miss from Brightwing. The boss slam onto her is good. The Gust from Falstead confirms the allies to be able to back away. Zeratul licking his lips. Well, actually, I don't know what Protoss actually do. I don't think they have lips, right? Licking his Kala? Ugh. Anyways, Zeratul was considering to jump in again because there's a lot of red health bars a little bit low, but Ubi decides better of it, plays it safe. Bottom lane Fort's going to be on about 50%. Top lane was pushed into, dropping down to, let's call it 60. Our second objective is here. The true objective is available, though, as the siege camps will be grabbed on either side. Zeratul in the bush, looking for an angle on the Falstead. Righteous Hammer's charged up. Fort defenses. Wow, look at this fort shielding. It's so good. That's sarcasm, by the way, just if anyone didn't hear me just lapping it on. God, I hope the tower changes get reverted. I really do. Well, like the Protoss, they don't have lips, Kalavoth. They've got the Kala, so like they lick their Kala? I don't know. 24 stacks on your Falstead. Ooh, this is a little gross. Zeratul, of course, is done with that level 1 from earlier. We do have our second objective with 40 seconds of channel time necessary, and Alpaca does start that out. Ubi in mid lane getting pressured, but is able to back away safely. Blaze pushing things up in top, and Urel dead for the next 10 seconds, as Sylvanas has... I was going to say, I don't really like the siege in through bottom. Hook goes wide of Muradin. Brightwing and Jailers get the counter channel. All right. Still waiting for that 16 on the right side. Zeratul started boss in top lane. I don't know if he can solo this. Urel is rotating up, so she'll be able to start tanking. Sacred ground for that 50 armor, so she can easily tank this, and Zeratul is just going to push all of his buttons and get all the damage. Blaze is gonna dance just below. I think that might have been a missed button hit. That might have been a slight misclick from Blaze. I don't think he intended to do his dance right there. But the channel on the left side will be grabbed. It is a level difference. You're out with the Righteous Hammer into the wave. Zeratul gets a singular hit onto Blaze, jumping in and out. Boss will confirm the fort in top lane. Blaze will do his best to manage things there. Disciple is going to charge up that Righteous Hammer. Jailers get channel. There's a mind control. Gorge, Righteous Hammer's good. Barler gets a blink heal to the left or to the right side to an ally, but it still will be Stitches taken down. Concussion Mine allows Junkrat to back off. Steel Trap captures Sylvanas, so she goes for the channel, and that boss, as I mentioned in top lane, did take down the fort, working on Keep Gate. Blaze over here is dead. Oh, he is definitely dead. Sylvanas to go manage mid lane. I mean, there's a reason why Stark has said repeatedly in chat, forts are fake. Literally, there's a reason why Stark says it. Is there Black Arrow from tank? Yeah. But the possession, steal a minion or two, continue to poke onto mid-fort gate. We do have Yrel charging hammer, rotating to top. It is Templar's Verdict level 16. You've got Zeratul with his, I'm blanking on the name, Master Warblade, Earth Grasp Totem, Will of the Forsaken, and Dwarf Launch for the Murden. He did go heavy impact with the Dwarf block level 1. Jet Propulsion misses onto Yrel's Disciple. Avenging Wraths back into the wave. The Righteous Hammer, Sacred Ground will come through. The Gorge from Stitches activated. I believe she's dead. Looks pretty dead to me. Mid-fort will fall during this time. Zeratul already pushing up away from bottom. I like the pivot to bottom lane a lot. The hook does not connect onto Sylvanas. So Riptire working on most, if not all, the wave, and some damage onto this. Ooh, that's a good mind control attempt. The concussion mine was really good onto Rhaegar, but I thought there was going to be a little bit more damage and threat into the healer. Not going to be the case. Slam from Stitches, Will the Forsaken from Sylvanas. Opaka, Ubi chilling in the bush. There's a Dwarf Toss back into the engagement, looking for a Stormbolt into Stitches, does land it. Zeratul with the good damage, but there's going to be a Haunting Wave from Sylvanas. Zeratul jumps back in with his Vorpal Blade. He gets the Ancestral Concussion Mine, but does he have another Vorpal Blade? The Ancestral Farseer's Blessing level 20. And Zeratul did go into that Shadow Stride. You've got your Seraphim, Call of the Dark Lady's Call, and Rewind for the Murden. And Brightwing is the one to be taken down. Yrel dead for 7 more seconds. Minion wave incoming. Zeratul gets a cleanse from Rhaegar. Another hook lands onto Ubi. They will be taken down. A Stormbolt is the answer into Lovecull, who uses a Concussion Mine to back away safely. Rhaegar hooked in Gorge. I thought he was literally going to lunge into Lovecull, but tries to back away. Siege into bottom lane. Keep is decent, but it's not enough to take down the structure. And a few members of RabidRaccoons were lost in this engagement. You're out with an Avenging Wrath in. Does have Sacred Ground, but gotta be a little careful of the enemy. Top boss is up in 1 minute 40. Bottom boss is available. Seems like there'll be a call to go for top keep. Righteous Hammer. Threatening Zeratul, or threatening Junkrat, but ends up just using it onto the wave. Dwarf Launch, Stormbolt, Haunting Wave, Mind Control. Good night, Junkrat. And the Black Arrow from Sylvanas will be activated. She uses possession on a minion or two, and this may be top keep taken down because the enemy team is currently on a bottom lane boss. Unfortunate. Third objective is coming up. Sylvanas will Hearth out for full mana. We've got 5 seconds on objective timer. Boss in the bottom lane. If left uncontested, I would assume gets fort. Zeratul is here to start working through that health bar. We've got Opaka channeling objective, Disciple anchoring for the team. Holy Ground off of cooldown by the way. Zeratul has already gotten the boss down to 75% health. Just working on the minion wave as well, using all of the abilities available just to burn down the health pool. And this boss may not get the fort realistically. Possession from Sylvanas. Clears out the Archer minions. And Zeratul, does he save bottom fort? Indeed he does. Counter channel around the objective. Wind Tunnel from Falstead. Seraphim from Yrel, but a Riptire blasts her to death. There's going to be huge damage onto the Murden, who gets an Avatar. There's another hook. Hungry, hungry Stitches, level 20. Cannon Bulls in your Junkrat. Fairy Protector. Incinerator Gauntlets for Blaze. Actually, sorry, that's Burn Notice. And Wind Tunnel for the Falstad as a top boss is going to be started out. Eye Tracks. We'll get the face shift from Brightwing. Possession from Sylvanas. And do they have Black Arrow to try and take down Keep and Bottom? Indeed they do. Zeratul gets hit with a Jet Propulsion. Minion Wave takes down Keep. Zeratul blinking back and forth. Mid-Fort is going to be absolutely eviscerated at this current minion wave. This is humongous. Falstad Junkrat getting a boss for top lane. And Mid-Fort gets decimated as Stitches has 14 seconds of channel time needed. I think he gets it because Rhaegar's still 10 seconds to go. Is this the reverse sweep? Is this reverse sweep territory? I mean, I joked about it after map 3, but Muradin Dwarf Toss checks the bush with a Stormbolt, finds the Stitches, Mind Control, Call of the Dark Lady. There's a Wind Tunnel from Falstad, but there's going to be a bit of harassment. Hungry, hungry Stitches, Ancestral into Zeratul. He blinks back in. They take down the Stitches. No 12k HP this time. Rhaegar lunges in. Barlor hit with a Purge as well. Soothing Mist to come out afterwards. Rhaegar takes them down with a totem at the end. And now Righteous Hammer charged up by Yrel. Bonk into Junkrat. As this is also going to be your bunker coming down from Blaze. Junkrat will fall. Avenging Wrath in. Zeratul onto Bronick takes them down, and the reverse sweep is going to be shut down by the members of RabidRaccoons. They go straight into Drekthar, and unfortunately, somehow, someway, the Alliance cheated their way to victory, as always, and they will be able to fell Drekthar in this right side. That is going to be RossPierrDoll knocked out of the tournament, and up next, RabidRaccoons versus our first best of 5 winner in our final best of 5 coming up after we do some map bans, run some ads, and give Bandit the well-deserved pets he needs. Wow. Oh, yeah, sure, Umber. Okay, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, you called it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's some gymnastics, some brain gymnastics you've managed to do there. You should apply for the U.S. Olympic team.